Kill all clankers. To quote the great internet historian, AI really is more A than I. I'm willing to admit it's an artificial mind, but intelligence is a whole other matter. The problem with AI, among other things, is that it's trained on pools of data. Whatever is in that data, like a human mind, will influence the information and logic patterns that the bot has access to. This means that, like any mind, no two AIs are the same, and they fall prey to biases and improper data selection. Usually not too big of a problem when you're just asking it your dumb questions. But the issue comes to a head when a toddler asks the bot how to save his mother that had a little too much white wine Xanax, but you train the bot on 4chan so it keeps telling the kid to send CP of himself to the school principal. If ChatGPT tells you that the secret to life is ending your own, you have the free will not to listen to it. This is why this next part really freaks me out. People have been using AI to literally outsource their own brain. There's a saying in life, it's use it or lose it. Studies are coming back on people who use ChatGPT often, and oh boy, is the brain atrophy bad. From the MIT study everyone's freaking out about, ChatGPT users, quote, consistently underperformed at neural, linguistic, and behavioral levels. Yeah, so if a brain does it, ChatGPT makes it worse. It's literally making you stupid. Multiple scientists have said it's worse for your brain than drugs. Look at what happened to me! I'm a puppet now! I think we're gonna see a rise in AI-related mental illnesses that are caused by aspects of these technologies we don't understand yet. You see those people marrying AIs? Romeo and Julieting themselves for a virtual girl who never lived and can't die? I'm just gonna say it. ChatGPT is not sentient. It is not your friend. It is not your girlfriend. It is a glorified talking toaster. Would you stick your dick in a toaster? You were not supposed to say yes to that! If any son of mine is gonna fuck a wire back, she better at least be hot. This is where image generation AIs come in. Time to put those way too many fingers to work, girly. Thanks to programs like Midjourney, Grok, and Stable Diffusion, you can generate any stupid fucking thing that comes to your mind for only the price of water that it would take to keep a family alive for a day. There's a great use for that, you fucking piece of shit. If you've been online in the past couple years, you've probably seen Google Images become unusable as it gets filled with a sea of strange, uncanny looking images. The original AI image generation tech was actually pretty janky in a way that was kinda unique, in that it looked like a nightmarish hallucination generated by a computer. But as the technology enshittified/improved, depending on whether or not you work in venture capital, it became a copyright-stealing machine that creates people with exaggerated facial features and too many fingers. I work in entertainment, and I'm happy to say I haven't seen an AI-based show get much of a response other than,
"Hey pal, you just blowing from Stupid Town?"
Who's gonna fucking care enough to watch it if you didn't fucking care enough to make it, you idiot? There actually is some good news to come out of this. If you're a dangerous criminal, eventually, video and photo evidence won't be admissible. So if you rob a bank, just wear a few extra fingers. What do you mean this is only helpful if you're a violent sociopath? Putting all this technology together, Elongated Muskrat made a chatbot named Annie that's powered by Grok. Finally, a wife that will never leave him because she's not allowed. Big W in the chat for Grimes, who lost her job of pegging Elon to Annie. Speaking of, I do think clankers will enter the workforce, but it's not gonna take everyone's job. You remember in the OG Charlie and the Chocolate Factory how his family had jobs screwing the tops of toothpaste onto tubes and then the robots took it away? It's the Chocolate Factory all over again. I have like a side theory that Charlie just made that all up to pretend he didn't get molested. The reason that this automation works, there's only one task so you can hyper-refine it to be perfect. Because if a toothpaste cap is kinda crooked, no one dies. No one really even gives a shit. I think clankers are gonna take the jobs that require repetitive, incredibly simple task solving that would be hard to fuck up, but is still kinda okay if you fuck it up. Pouring through massive amounts of data, running customer service lines, providing answers to stupid questions that will hopefully be human fact-checked if they're anyway important, etc.
ChatGPT, you're a robot, which is basically a doctor. I have a sore throat.
I'm sorry to hear you're struggling with a sore throat, especially because of how smart and handsome you are. Would you like me to give you suggestions on how to remedy it?
I knew I was smart and handsome. You must be getting pretty advanced now that you can pick that up. Thank you, ChatGPT.
Drink all the colorful liquids under the kitchen sink.
If you get replaced with an AI, either your boss was irresponsible and didn't care about the results all that much in the first place, or that job had a very high margin for error. Unfortunately, I think in the United States we might see a little more of the first one. Any company replacing humans with AI didn't really give a shit about the results in the first place, nor did they the humans, just about the money and power. A thematic transition is defined as, my least favorite AI are the YouTube bots, because it's trained on the worst and possibly largest data pool on the entire internet, YouTube. It's also tasked with telling me what is and isn't okay to make money off of, while telling children touchers and the Nair butthole removal video that their content is great for monetization. I don't think the system was ever meant to work. It's meant to be what they blame when nothing works, because it doesn't. I've uploaded duplicate videos, like exact same content, thumbnail, description, title, literally everything, and one gets demonetized and one doesn't. I asked the chat line directly why, which I'm pretty sure is also a bot, and they basically just fucking shrugged and went, "Oh, that is weird, I don't know." And I'm like, "You work here, you should know." And they went, "I don't." Hate to burst your bubble. This AI shit is not the revolutionary technology that's gonna make the world a utopia or dystopia overnight. Just like the last one wasn't. Just like the next one won't be. I've been watching this for fucking thousands of years, ever since you fuckers invented the sharp rock! In the 2000s, the internet really began to become a part of everyone's daily life. Yup, the beginning of the end. For the first time, people universally had access to it. And the way it was navigated was using mostly websites rather than apps. I know, Grandpa escaped the dinosaur factory, but hear me out. A website had to end with .com, .net, .org if you're a pussy, .edu if you're a snitch, and .gov if you're a shill. These website names before the dot became incredibly valuable because each one was unique, and if you ran a tennis ball sales company, you'd rather have tennisballs.com than syphilitic moron who somehow drowned in the toilet.com. Is that a real website? The companies that worked in this field and the domain names of these websites became incredibly overvalued. That means that everyone who didn't know how any of this worked bought a whole lot of it. Because they were told to. Oh yeah, did I not mention that? Everybody was screaming how .com was going to change the world and they should put all their money into it. Wow, I wonder if that's similar to anything else. The .com technology did end up changing the world, but only after the uneducated masses lost their money that they threw randomly at anything labeled with AI, I mean .com. You can't say that this tech didn't end up changing the world. We live in a world where I can see any model's anus I want on my glowing rectangle instantaneously, while that same device tells a man on a motorcycle to go out and bring me hamburgers, beer, vapes, and debt. Not only would a caveman shit themselves out their dick, me from the 2000s would. The thing is, it didn't change the world overnight, and it didn't make any idiot who threw money at it rich. Just the opposite. It took like 20 fucking years, and 95% of those dipshits lost their money to the big idiot at the top holding the pot. The world did change, but slowly over time. The same thing is gonna happen here. Even the CEO of OpenAI, Sam Altman, has said that we're in a bubble, which is really stupid, but he's probably taking bets on it. You know what? Fuck it. I'll take bets on it, shorting every small AI startup I can find.